Alright, what's up YouTube? I'm here with...
Bryson.
And what you did today?
I topped Toy Links' regionals playing my favorite deck, D-Shifter.
Ooh. Alright,
I'm kidding. It's a Flu.
Alright, let's get to it.
That's a shifter.
True. So starting off, the best card in the deck that I never, I saw maybe in less than half my games today. Triple Shifter.
Best card though, yeah.
Best card.
I mean, yeah, in the matchups where I saw it, it won me in my games.
For the birds.
And then for the birds, mandatory. I'm honestly not even I don't want to go over them too much, but mandatory. 1-1.
Yeah, apparently.
So you'll see some lists play 2 of these. You'll see some lists play 2 of these. But I just figured I only needed 1 of each. Sometimes the second one would come up, but it didn't really come up today. And as long as I just made sure to have all my birds in circulation, so 1 of each was fine. Big birds, double M-Pen. The third never really came up. I didn't want to brick on too many tributes. Apex, I ended on this a lot today. It's Baron, but a bird. And then Mega Ryza. There were a few times today where I would Mega Ryza people twice in one turn because I just bounced the Mega Ryza back.
Was that good?
Oh yeah. The favorite thing I like to do with this is I like to recycle either my Shifters or my Feather Storms. But I didn't really do that much today. I just mainly use Ryza to break apart people's boards, and then I would bounce it back and then just do it again because I would open Field Spell and then Trap Card.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think a lot of my success today came from I just opened really well. Plus without seeing Shifter that much, I actually had to I couldn't rely on Shifter to win all my games. And then the rest of the Flu cards, 4 maps. It's your best, honestly the best card in the deck. If you didn't have this, I don't think the deck would actually be any good. I started terraforming out a lot today, just because I didn't need it games 2 and 3. Triple Advent. It actually came up a lot today where I would open Advent, I'd get Imperned, and I would have this. A couple times I got Ash, but it didn't matter because I just wanted the effect of my normal summon to resolve. I did not play the new spell card, Swallow's Cowrie. I just felt that it's supposed to help you unbrick, but if you're opening, you brick when you open multiple big birds and no normal summon, and Cowrie doesn't fix that. It makes it worse. So, yeah.
That's
so just
the best card in the deck?
Best card in the deck. The amount of times I opened up this card today was insane. I broke how many boards with it. I opened it going first, and it was great. The draw effect kind of helped. I used it every now and then. Sometimes I would just put back 1. A couple times I put back 2 to dig for better cards. You only need 1. And 1 trap. This card is disgusting. I mean, being able to play on my opponent's turn and then the banish effect does come up.
What did you play 2?
I played 2 before. The second one really honestly didn't come up.
Okay.
I feel like if you resolve the second trap, you were winning already to begin with.
That's fair. I guess the engine now. Or
yeah.
Non-engine.
And then just Flu engine, although
It's awesome.
so. Three duality, 3 prosperity.
Shiny.
These are honestly should be considered engine. I don't think your deck is. I don't think this deck is playable without 6 pots at least. Because you want to see certain cards. I tested out the one of Extrav that you will see some lists play, but I just didn't like it. I found it that I didn't see it enough, and I always sided it out. Games 2 and 3. So just 6 pots.
I think 6 pots are fine right now, anyways.
Yeah, I actually didn't see my pots that often today. I would say out of all the rounds I played, out of all the games I played, I saw pot maybe the amount of times I saw pot I could count on 1 hand.
Hey, best card.
Honestly, the best card today. Shoutouts to Matt. Or not just Matt, but Matt for one, and then a bunch of other people. They were telling me play Fissure, and it actually came up. I would say I won about maybe little over half my dice rolls. But even when I went second, Fissure came up. If I shifted them on turn 0, and then I would set up a Fissure on the following turn, they're just not playing through that.
Yep.
And I played against the stun deck in my first round, and I went activate Fissure, and that immediately got answered because he had the continuous spell, that Golgonda spell. And if I were to pop it, he can't protect it. My opponent couldn't protect because they can't actually send to the graveyard while Fissure's on the board.
Yeah, also help you play around punishment, I guess.
Yeah, Fissure honestly put in a lot of work. Not 3 because I didn't want to see Fissure going, like, I didn't want to draw multiples going second. Fissure, I honestly felt that it was a card that as long as you see it and it resolves once, you're fine. This card would have won me against Vanadium if I was smart and banished, and I attributed it off Defender, but I didn't, and this got outed and I lost.
Overall, good card.
Oh yeah, overall, great card. The other best card in the deck that never came up, Thrust. I thrusted maybe like twice or 3 times at most, but when I did it, it was great. Like against Sword Soul, my hand was honestly unplayable, and my opponent just didn't sequence their negates correctly, and I broke the board. Against the Snake Eye deck in round 5, game 3, I got hand trapped. I thrusted into a Featherstorm, so the fact that this gets you to Featherstorm, and this gets you to like all your board breakers.
It also gets you to Terraforming.
Oh, exactly.
That's a good
like
card.
really good card. Gets you to all your pots. I wouldn't play 3 though. I think 3 is just clunky. And then following your thrust, Dark Ruler. I mean, it's a 1-of that you can hit off a thrust. If you open it, you open it, which is sacky, but I'm gonna admit I sacked somebody in game 1 because I opened it. When I saw it, it was great because it was against Fire King, and I broke that whole
Where's the
board.
QCR?
I didn't buy that yet, okay?
Alright.
And then finally, Called by the Grave.
I don't agree with this card, but
I mean, I don't either because it's a shifter deck, and you also play Fissure, but I just put it in there anyway because I didn't know what else to put. I sided it out when I went second because I don't think Called by is good going second.
But did I grab any ashes though, or no?
I don't think I called. Oh no, I used it once to Called by a Fenrir in the Grave when my opponent went Scareclaw effect, and I didn't know that Scareclaw can summon regardless of if it vanishes.
Yeah.
But like I drew this, but I think the game that I drew this against Snake Eye, I opened D Fissure, and my opponent had 3 Veilers in hand, so it didn't matter.
Okay card.
Okay card, you know. I mean, it's Called by the Grave. If you don't know what to play for your 40th card, just play Called by the Grave.
Yep.
And then the traps. The other reason to play this deck. Like honestly, I was gonna play the Fire King deck, but I didn't really feel comfortable on it, despite playing it for like the past couple weeks. So my teammates just told me stick with Flu. Like Flu's a shifter deck, and Harpy's Featherstorm is still in the format. There it is. I opted to play 1. Originally I was playing 2, but we kind of broke down my deck yesterday, and we built it back from the bottom. Ended on just 1.
Also, you have to with the thrust, right?
Yeah, you can add it off
Yeah,
thrust.
thrust.
I don't think I hard opened it. And then triple evenly matched. This was honestly the workhorse of my deck today. There were so many games where I ended up going second, and I would just open evenly and blew my opponent out.
Yep, great card this format still, but no one
Great
plays it.
card. Yeah, like I think Flu is one of the few decks that can main deck.
Yeah, well, you don't play a lot of hand traps. so-
Exactly, like because you can't play hand traps in this deck. Like aside from shifter, because hand traps are honestly bricks. But yeah, main deck was 40. Didn't want to go any less.
Extra to,
And extra deck.
even though it doesn't really matter, but
The extra deck doesn't matter, but
I really need to explain it. They just go at it.
Yeah.
in case I played against Voiceless with Maximus.
Yeah, so whatever.
Uh,
Cards that actually might come up.
Cards actually might come up. I figured this would come up if I played against the Yubel deck, because I was gonna play the Higanashi, but this does the same thing. Because Nightmare Pain, you're forced to attack a Yubel monster, so you just use this effect. You take no damage. It can't be destroyed, and then you just make a Zeus after. Never came up. I honestly didn't go into my extra deck once today, which is why I think
Yeah, that all this stuff
Zeus.
matters. Yeah.
in case it comes up. In case people play into this, which didn't really happen. Almirage, this was for it to go into Hida. Because I played 2 Charmers. Dark Hida. Is you can go Almirage into Hida, you can go Dark into, or you can go Relinquish into Dark. And then like just Link Climb from there. But like didn't come up. Didn't come up. Didn't come up. Never came up. Like your extra deck is just pot fodder. But you know, shoutouts to Teddy.
Yep.
You know, rocking the Teddy sleeves today.
And the side.
And then side deck, Triple Ash. These were for Rogue or matchups where Shifter didn't come up. I sided them in maybe like once or twice, never draw it. You never drew it, so it was there to be there, but never came up.
Still a good card.
Still a good card. DD Crow.
Where's the Starlight?
I didn't get there okay, but I only mained 1. I only played 1. I was gonna main 1, but then we just took it out because drawing it was awkward, and it was only supposed to be there for like the Voiceless matchup, which I expected a lot of Voiceless today. Didn't play against a single one.
Honestly, we kind of baked on Shifter too.
Yeah, we were banking on Shifter to carry us, but like every food player does that. And then Dark Samorg, this is there for lab. Shout out Jungwoo, the only lab player that I would honestly play this. I mean, it comes up. I didn't play anti-spell to like lock my opponent out, but like just sometimes if you go against trap decks and you Dark Samorg, then they can't play around it. And it's also searchable. And then I decided to be very scummy today. I played triple Fossil Dino. The logic behind it was you can set up your full Flunder board with map and then normal summon this off M-Pen or just hard normal summon it. Decided it in a few times today. It did come up. Maybe like when I saw it, it came up. So like it put in its work.
It won games for sure.
It won me a game. It made my opponent lose respect in me, but I mean it's Fossil Dino.
Literally lost respect the moment you played Shifter.
That too. If I didn't play Dyna, I would have played. We were thinking of playing Raigeki, like triple Raigeki, or like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Dyna was decent.
Dyna was decent. Do I regret it? No. Spells, double Cosmic. Cosmic is Cosmic, you know. It comes up. For Fire Kings, for
Just generic backrow
generic macro decks. I mean, cached. You know, you hit them on the cash spell with this, on the field spell or birth.
I guess the pen player if you did side it.
Yeah, against the pen player. The third fissure. This was for going first. I wanted to max out on ways to get to a shifter-like effect. So whether it was fissure or actual shifter, I sided in every time I went first.
And yeah, we won games.
Yeah, I mean, one of my games that I had, I opened 2 of these and the Fossil Dino. That was the game I drew. And then just other one-ups for Thrust, Feather Duster, and Lightning Storm. I really think back row is your hardest matchup in this deck, because without the continuous spell, you can't break boards. So these are Thrust targets, you know, if you draw them, you draw them.
Yeah.
Oops. And the last 2 cards were the last 2 Harpy's Feather Storms.
Which were good for going first.
Oh yeah, these are great for going first. Like, it's Feather Storm, you know. You have to play at least 1 in the main. You can go 2, and then like the others just go on your side. But the logic we had was why I made the 3 Evenlies over playing 2 of these was just the amount of going second cards to see. Like, I thought I didn't like Evenly at 3 at first, but I mean it paid off. Yeah. But overall, fun event. You know, would I have picked a different deck? No, not really. I went with a deck that I knew more. Like, I felt more comfortable on this than I did on the Fire King deck. Don't get me wrong, the Fire King deck is still the best card of the deck of the format, but Shifter, like, the deck still struggles against Shifter, and Flu is one of the few decks that can play Shifter. And people still forget that M-Pen is a card. I mean, against a full Link deck, what are they going to do?
Yep, normal summon Rubina.
All right. Any shoutouts?
Yeah, you know, first and foremost, shout out Team OTK. My testing friends, you know, the team's been a thing since middle school. We're still going. Shout outs to everybody here at Toylinks, at The Planet. Shout out Teddy, Sean, Lawrence for telling me to play Flu week in and week out. Shout out Jeno doing the profile. It's my first regional top, so I'm pretty happy.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to Richard. He couldn't be here. He's out sick. But, you know, they were his Fossil Dyna, so, you know, he won. He topped in essence. And last but not least, she'll never know what I'm talking about, but shout out to Hazel. If I ever decide to show her this video. She'll never know why I'm shouting her out, but I'm shouting her out anyway.
Shout out to me for a deck profile.
Yeah, you know, shout out to Matt for, like, commentating.
Shout out to everyone.
I'm sorry I don't look at the camera that much. I pay more attention to, like, my field. But yeah, I'm just happy. Like, I finally got my top, you know, Nat's invite locked in. Now we can just chill for the rest of the season.
Yeah. All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Tweet. Response.